Hey guys, Enter the Stars, and it appears as though there are some more clues in terms of the reset 2016 together gathering of the million Christians at the Washington Monument on 7/7/7. In other words, 7/16/16. Now, I found these images in iPetGoat, and what you will notice is the purplish pink, let's call it lavender color of the egg of this boy or girl, I'm not sure what it is, with the serpent swirling around the egg, and then the egg cracks open, the head cracks open, and the fingers, as you can see here, are representing the Washington Monument. I'm going to blow this up. This is shocking because this animated film came out in 2012. 88 days after the 88th day of the year, and you can see that the fingers look like the Washington Monument. Now, there are three fingers shaped like the Washington Monument, and in the Fill Them All promotional video, they have 3 points of interest: the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, and the Capitol. Three points of interest are outlined in their promotional video, and here we have three Washington monuments. Now this gets more cryptic, and we are going to look at the actual details of this. But before we do, I do want to compare the Washington Monument with the fingers that we see here. And you just can't make this up, you guys. Here's the Washington Monument. We already compared the colors being the same. And here are the fingers surrounding the Orphic egg imagery that we see here. And when we do a side-by-side, we can actually see the truth hiding in plain sight. Let's subtract this here. And move this over so we can get a good image of the side-by-side of the Washington Monument shaped fingers and the actual Washington Monument. Now when we look at the Washington Monument and we decode this, we get other clues, troubling clues regarding the Washington Monument being 169 meters tall. And we've been telling you guys that it is the year of 69. Actually, they also talk about the alignment with the Lincoln Memorial, and they talk about construction beginning in 1848 and ending in 1888. 1888 is when the construction ended for the Washington Monument on October 9th, which is the 283rd day of the year in a leap year, which 1888 was a leap year, with 82 remaining. And here's what's interesting. 1888 was 128 years ago. And there's your 282 all linked together. 128 years ago, the Washington Monument opened. And here in the day of the year, 282nd day of the year, with 82 remaining in a leap year, 283rd in leap years, day of the year, we can see a possible coincidence there. Now, here's the other interesting thing I noticed is the 4th of July is really the 17th of July in the other calendar. One day off from 7/16/16, which is when this event is to take place. And the United States of America was founded on July 4th, the same day that the cornerstone was laid. But in 1776, the year of the founding of this country, when you divide that number by 2, you get 888. The other thing I noticed is that the actual coordinate of the Washington Monument is at 77 degrees west, which again is another double 7. Remember, in numerology, this event is taking place on 7/7/7, which just so happens to be Aleister Crowley's satanic book. Now is where things get interesting. because on 9/23/1835, the Board of Managers of the Society described their expectations for the Washington Monument. 9/23 is the birthday of Christine Caine, the lead personality that will be at this event. This is Christine Caine, and she was born on 9/23/1966. The same date that they made their expectations known about what this monument should look like. Christine Caine was born 131 years later. The original monument doorway was surmounted by an Egyptian-style winged sun that was later removed in 1885 after the monument was dedicated. A photo can be seen in the Egyptian Revival by Richard Carrot. So all of these things that we're finding about this Christian event that have deep, dark, occult roots in ancient Egyptology, ancient Egyptian deities, is not beyond the stretch of imagination. Now, the original site proved to be unstable and is actually 119 meters from where the actual monument stands today. It's actually marked here in this picture. 119 is 9/11 backwards. Now, the cornerstone was laid on the 4th of July. We just showed you how the 4th of July is actually July 16th or July 17th in a leap year. And this is the date that they're going to have this million Christian gathering. So the cornerstone was laid by the Freemasons, an organization to which Washington belonged. Our country was founded within a few months of the founding of the Bavarian Illuminati. Now, it's obvious that you compare the serpent wrapped around the egg to the serpent wrapping around on the chalkboard of the promotional poster for this Christian gathering together 2016. And again, the colors are the same. It's like a pastel pink. But here now we have construction resuming in 1879 under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Lincoln Casey. Casey installed most of the stones in the interior walls. The Washington Monument aligns perfectly 88 degrees to the Capitol building through the Capitol Mall. And that is probably why it opened in 1888. And not only was the country founded in 1776, we are currently in the Hebrew year 5776. And finally, 7 times 7 is 49. And on the 77th meridian, 49 flights of stairs, 490 feet originally were on the monument. So a lot of numbers are lining up in this instance, which has me very concerned about this event coming up, as well as all of the other esoteric and occult things that we've uncovered. Anyway, I wanted to cover this with you guys. If we find any other clues, we will definitely let you know. Take care and be safe.